Art is immortal. It existed long before man appeared and will exist long after we have perished. It exists in the perfect arrangement of petals on a flower, in the changing hues of the sky at dawn, or the natural music of the forest. Nature's art has always filled man with wonder and the desire to imitate it. The artist who can create a two-dimensional painting, a three-dimensional sculpture, a story, or a piece of music is not just affecting your senses, they are touching your very soul. An artist can make you feel, think, and experience wonder on a deeper, more profound level. They can deliver absolute joy or move you to tears. Listen to what a few of our featured artists have to say about their journeys. Award-winning artist Bob Lombardi says of his work, "The color in my paintings can trigger a range of emotions. Different colors have different effects. Painting is movement. It's an orchestration, starting with the brush. Together, color and movement can touch our hearts. Looking at my abstract paintings can change how you feel. The colors can impact your mood, make you think, melt boundaries, and cause you to act differently." Mark Hawley is an award-winning photographer and digital artist whose work comes to life in high-definition photorealistic photography as well as digital art that is often impressionistic and abstract in nature. His goal is for the viewer to feel a sense of being in the location, as if they could reach out and touch elements in the scene. Some of Mark's favorite subjects are Texas Hill Country landscapes as well as interesting architectural settings. To make his art come alive, Mark experiments with many different print mediums, including everything from rag art papers to canvas, acrylic, and most recently, creating metal prints in which ink transfer sheets are heated and compressed so they are absorbed into the surface of the metal rather than simply being painted on top, giving them much bolder colors and a feel of dimension. Sherry Sheldon considers her custom hand-fabricated jewelry wearable art and an extension of one's personality. She brings a balanced blend of gold, platinum, precious gems, and diamonds to create a unique piece of jewelry fabricated with love and passion. Elation is the word she uses to describe a cherished design that can define a special moment in one's life. Rex Hausman says, "I believe that art is as simple or complex as the living of life itself. Like life, art should not be and is not perfect. The paint must at times lose control, drip and spill. A line can trail off here or there, like a good conversation at a baseball game or on a fire escape, coffee in hand, while drawing life's everyday mysteries." Esther Benedict says of her work, "As a sculptor, it is fascinating to look from a unique three-dimensional angle and see how life just leaps out. The vision becomes tangible as it develops into a cold, still sculpture, yet exudes a telling emotion of life in the piece and expresses what I feel. The observers can visit these sculptures for years. There's a touching of souls, the experience of a common emotion with another, and a chance to bring someone to the place where I have been to create this piece." Linda Chalberg's inspiration and reference material start with on-location sketches. Linda says, "Painting in plein air is wonderful, frustrating, transforming, challenging, and enriching. Soaking up the sights, sounds, and smells, feeling the heat of the sun or the blast of a cold wind, holding a paintbrush in one hand while grabbing a bite of local food with the other, all combine to help me capture what I feel about the subject. Bugs in my paint? They just add texture." Sharon Wisnan says, "I'm an intuitive abstract painter. I do not start out with a plan in mind, but through a series of gestural brushstrokes and spontaneity of color as the painting progresses, I ask, what is seen, unseen? I adapt to the shifts and changes of the painting while building layers of marks, gestures, and color, bold gestures, expressive marks, and a desire to lead and direct the eye are an integral part of my work as an artist." Nancy Yarbrough works her magic in fused glass using a complex kiln technique. This multi-layered process results in a touchable, non-fading, and colorful piece of art with wonderful depth, some textured and some silky smooth. Nancy says of her work, "The kiln is such an important part of the process. It's almost like having a silent partner. Experience has made the outcome pretty predictable, but sometimes she, the kiln, gives me more than I expected." Donald Darst on his work. A walk in the woods. When you take that walk with my art, I'd like for you to hear a little mystery calling, to enjoy the subtleties that beckon your imagination, and sometimes to feel a bit of nostalgia. I'm drawn to the dance of light in early morning and late evening, and to subjects hidden in darkness with partial reveals. When others complain of an overcast day, I'm at my best, loving the scenes and the peacefulness of subdued color. I enjoy my walks in the woods and always leave feeling calm and at peace. I wish that for you. Margie Barker is a homegrown Texas artist whose list of awards includes Best of Show at the San Antonio River Art Show. She has painted magnificent scenes of New Mexico, Colorado, and the Grand Canyon's majesty. Her paintings are mostly realistic and include streams, wildlife, old buildings, wildflowers, livestock, and the hill country. But it is the flora and fauna of Texas to which her brush irresistibly returns, and where her love of Texas shines through. Eric Harrison says, "My art is the result of my thoughts and feelings about the place where I live. Freedom, imagination, and encounter with nature are the source from which these visions are realized. Ultimately, these paintings stand as evidence of a life being lived, and above all, are meant to be seen. So as you look at the paintings, allow your eye to wander and your mind to wonder." Those are just some of our wonderful artists. We hope you'll join us for a journey through their vision of our world. They grasp the spirit and emotion of natural art, capture it, filter it through the prism of their interpretation, and deliver it to you in cocktails of color, shape, and texture. Join our artists at the Master Artwork Show, Friday, November 19th from 4 to 9 p.m. and Saturday, November 20th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom of the Bevy Hotel in Boerne, Texas.